All right, everybody. What's up? Um, you're time to wake up. we got a lot to do. Um, I know it's been a week too. By the way, isn't that crazy? I know sometimes us Hunter fans are like, "Damn, I need to actually not get used to things coming out every week because we just had this 1 week break." Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I had a shitty day today, but I did some breath work. I tried to get myself in the mood for this because I was definitely I had a busy, very fun weekend, very fun weekend. Um, but yeah, today, and I obviously couldn't do it on Sunday night, which I normally do. So I'm doing it today, Monday night, because I told myself I would. So that's what we're gonna do. Give me a second. Okay, bet. But yeah, it was just so weird. Like I had such an amazing fun weekend, and then today I just felt shitty, very shitty. So I just picked myself back up. I did some breath work. I took a nap, very much needed nap, breath work. Um, and yeah, small stuff like that actually does the trick for you. So it was just a self care day I had to do as soon as I got home because I was very overstimulated today. Like I do not, hell no. I was on my phone all the damn time. Not a good look on me. Okay, so enough about that. Chapter 418? 18? Um, Not much to recap. Benjamin already recapped everything for us last chapter. Honestly, he just went through down the line of each of his family members, what they're doing. We know the four. We know the four princes who are still at large. We know his guardian spirit piece ability now too, and we know that he plans to kill his mother for betraying him. Very interesting. All right, yeah, and I did see some spoilers. Yeah, I did see some spoilers. Just Saridnik thumbnail spoilers. So like, I know we're gonna cut back to Saridnik. You know how it is. All right, let's get this reaction going. Oh yeah, and I remember last chapter I was like, damn, it's going down in tier two because tier two. I wrote this down here. Salkov is down in tier two. Danjin, Onior, Broccoli, Fugetsu, Benjamin himself. Zhangli might be in tier two. So, well, Fugetsu and Benjamin are definitely in tier two. So there's at least two princes in tier two right now. And then a lot of just like named characters that just like ended up being relevant all over again. You know what I mean? That's Hunter x Hunter for you. All right, let's get this show on the road. All right, display. That's last chapter. Give me a second. So I could actually go to the new chapter, baby. All right, raw reaction. Let's do this. Yes, I knew we are gonna get a POV. So this is just like Saridnik's first vision. We got like the first time we got Theta's POV of what happened, and then exactly 2 chapters later, we got Saridnik's POV, and then literally chapter 416 was when. Wait, was it last chapter? No, it wasn't. It was. It wasn't 2 chapters. It was last chapter. Okay, so this time it's only 1 chapter ahead. All right, we got. If this is just another Saridnik ability dialogue text wall, then which I'm cool with. But if it is, then I gotta pay attention here. Hold on, let me clear my area. Enter Zetsu, then close my eyes, or enter Zetsu while my eyes are closed. Either way, the ability activates. Okay, whether it's okay, so Zetsu doesn't matter, or the Zetsu part matters whether his eyes are closed or not. I see a vision. Oh wait, yeah, either way, the ability. I see a vision up to 10 seconds into the future. Oh, whoa, hello. While I'm seeing these 10 seconds, only an instant passes in reality, an ephemeral, aka temporary 10 seconds that everyone around me perceives only as a blink of my eyes. Right after my 10-second vision, if I open my eyes, those 10 seconds I saw start playing out in real life. Yes, we know this already. But now we get Sarainik's explanation. A lot of testing. After a lot of testing, the rules I've confirmed so far is one, I can't change anyone else's situation from the foreseen future. Changing their location or posture is impossible. Okay, so it only he can change what he does. Which I guess makes sense because if Salkov got the order to put his body in a coffin and then he immediately got arrested right after, he then Sarainik can't make him. Sarainik can't make Salkov put himself in a coffin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we got that cleared up. All right, let me keep reading. Yeah, changing location, blah blah, is impossible. They continue as if they're like wax figures, including their clothing and hair. I can even play dirty, like slipping something into their clothing. Oh, so he can. Ew! Stop saying that. That means he could violate somebody if he high key wanted to. Ew! Don't be like that. Come on, Sarainik. So yeah, I mean, that's why he said I can play dirty. Like he could harass someone in multiple ways if he really wanted to, and they would have no clue. All right, number two, I can change the location and states of objects, like the gun in his back pocket. But I wasn't able to use anything to directly hurt, mess with, or doodle on anyone. I can't take something someone was already holding, but I can get ahead of them and take something they were about to pick up. Oh, interesting. So if it's on the wax figure candle in his analogy, if it's already on the person, he can't mess with it. But if he knows that they're about to touch an object that isn't on their person, he can mess with it. Which would be very interesting for a fight. Do you know what I mean? Like say someone reaches for their gun or they reach for I don't know, something of use for their net ability or anything else like that, then Soranik's like, heh, you thought you had it. You thought you had me. I can't hold on to something someone was already holding, but I can get ahead of them and take something they were about to pick up. In that case, they continue acting as if they actually picked up that object. Oh, shit. All right. So, after. When was Theta's situation? That was day 8. So, this is day 12. So, after 4 days, these are the only two things he picked up that he can do in these 4 day time. I guess he was too I guess he was just too locked in, so to speak, to practice the Zetsu part. So he learned that he can't really mess with anybody else external of him, but he can mess with objects. Try to mess with objects, stuff like that. Time. It's 2.92 seconds. Damn it, I've hit a plateau and can't reduce my time any further. How long ago is this? I tried to see if I could intentionally direct a sequence of events before I start the ephemeral 10 seconds to create a specific future I want to see, but it's just not working well. Oh, okay, so apparently the time he takes into Zetsu he's trying to test something indicated by Salkov's timer. He's trying to test out something. He wants to create his own sequence of events, aka play God. Bring me some water from the fridge. Yes, sir, right away. All right, boom. We didn't get a timestamp when this was all happening. Okay. This is obviously beforehand. So enter Zetsu, the Guardian Spirit Beast POV. See Salkov walk to the fridge, opens the fridge. Here you go. Thanks. Vision ends. Blink. Bink? Or blink? I think that's bink. So he opens his eyes again. Yes, sir. Right away. Takes the order. Goes to get water. Oh, but this time he beats him to the fridge. I see. Grabs his own water. Drinks it. Oh, that's why. Okay, he was testing with the water bottle theory. Okay. Water bottle theory. Got it. And Salkov comes back. Salkov's completely blah, blah, blah. Here you go. There was only one left in the fridge. I'll go get some more. I love this. I love this, by the way. This is a. one, two, three, four, 5 rows on this one page. It's great. So yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I love it. Woo! I love how I just love how Togashi just builds things up. You can already see how this would work in like a final fight scenario, boss battle scenario against Kurapika or even Crawler, whoever Tsuranic ends up fighting. Um, you know what I mean? It's like okay, you know, like what if it's trying to think, like what if it's like oh wait, he can't use it. I'm trying to think of something people actually need to use an object for. Because like, what if he tries to get his hands on Crawlo's book, for example, but then that's a Nen conjured item, so like he needs to start testing out, can it work on Nen conjured things like the book or Kurapika's change or Shizuku's vacuum, um, those kinds of objects. Oh wait, I'm dumb. He just said over here, if they're already holding in their hands, he can't play. He can't mess with what they're doing. So what someone else has on them doesn't count. Okay, I guess I just debunked it while I talked out loud. Okay, so oh, Saranic thinking. He thinks he gave me the one bottle that was in the fridge. That means my ability is working normally. But when I try to put the line "get me some water" inside the 10-second window too, it doesn't work. Oh, I can't. No matter how hard I try to tell myself I'm going to tell Salkov to get me water and close my eyes, I don't see a future in which I say it. So that's okay. That's a good restriction for his ability, where it's like he kind of has to accept reality in a way, like how things are unfolding and how things are playing out. He just has to run with it and adapt based off of that. That's what it's saying. Like he's trying to be like, I guess it's like a godlyhood scenario. He feels like he's God in that scenario just a little bit because he can tell up here. Wait, up here. He's like, I'm trying to create my own sequence of events, but it's not working. And it's kind of playing into how Benjamin is, taking this godhood level mentality, this godhood spiritual ego of Benjamin's. Like all three of Uma's kids, Halkenberg, Saraynik, and Benjamin, all now have like this like, oh, I'm the one true savior scenario. So they all have like a little bit of godhood spiritual ego inside of them. So I get it. So, I mean, it's just like natural human curiosity if you were to develop a crazy superpower out of the blue, whether you deserve it or not. All right. So Saranic says, I guess that means there's a limit to how much I can bend the future to my will. So my ability has the restriction that it can only let me see what happens after something I've already done for real. Well, it's only level 1. I can't ask for much. I'm sure this is an ability that will expand the more I use it. You're damn right it will. All right, Saraynik just stays silent. Salkov still thinks I'm there after the ephemeral 10 seconds passes in reality. Okay, so Salkov's just waiting for, or Saraynik's just waiting for Salkov to realize he's not there. This is because I've maintained my Zetsu this whole time. Oh, that's why. Okay. Even after he opens his eyes, he's like, "Hey, I'm still in Zetsu. You still think I'm exactly? You still think I'm there?" That one time my Zetsu got interrupted by that Hunter Melody's ability. Without that, I might have been able to watch what Theta would have done, still thinking that she'd shot me. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, because first time reaction to Nen abilities, his own and someone else's, happening simultaneously, that would overstimulate the fuck out of somebody too. And that's understandable. Okay, so Cyrinix, okay, he's learning. We're probably going to get another giant ass mental diagram by the end of this chapter. If I had kept my Zepsu, what would have Theta done? Finishes the water, looks his way. Well, no point speculating now. Is he going to throw it at his head? I knew it. I knew it. He's like, idiot. I'm right the fuck here. Whether the door stays opened or what door? Huh? What door? His Nenbeast? Whether the door, oh, the 10-second window, stays open or closed, as long as I continue in Zetsu, the guys in the living room, just like Salkov here, will keep thinking I'm in training. Whatever I do while I'm in Zetsu goes unnoticed. That that's OP. I need to figure out how far my ability goes. For now, I know for sure that all of room 1014 is under the ability's influence. Oh, I see. He wants to know if it has a radius from what I'm seeing here. Okay, like, somebody from far away sees me. Can they see what I'm doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me read. I feel like the Nenbi stands at the point where I activate the ability like an antenna. So he can see his Nenbis. I thought Sarainik was just oblivious to it. He can see his own Nenbeast that he created himself. I get that. That's fine. I know he knows Gyo already. But okay, yeah, because I guess the horse is a ritual Nenbeast where he's not supposed to ever see it. Unless a condition gets fulfilled or something weird. That's what Kropka was speculating back in the early days of the arc. All right, I feel like the Nembi stands at the point where activate the ability like an antenna. It affects a spherical area. Oh, he thinks it has a radius? Well, it's a parallel reality type of thing, so this whole radius theory might not be true. It might be worldwide if he has the power to do that. But if it has a radius, then I guess it has a radius. A spherical area around it with a radius of x. This is probably why the farther I get from the starting point, the more I get this horrible static in my ears, similar to bad reception. Oh, okay, so he has tried to. Okay. This is probably why the farther I get from my starting point, the more I get this horrible static in my ears, similar to bad reception. Really, 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 really. Okay. So he has tried to just leave the room and just like run out the door type of thing. If I leave this area, he's gone. I get too far from the Nen Beast and the spell is broken. The ephemeral 10 seconds and the world that continues after disappears and reverts back to reality. That's my current hypothesis. And if this is true, an outside observer won't be affected by my ability. My power only works within its limited field of X, which he doesn't know yet. Oh, 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 oh. This is just like chapter, whatever that chapter was, where he where we saw his POV, this whole galaxy theme. Well, I just need to use this power to change reality. I will become king and make the entire world mine. Hot damn. He wants the whole galaxy in his hands, literally. Beep. Oh, he had his hand out when the beep happened. Special martial law been declared. We've heard this phrase 1,000 times before. Come on. Thank you, God. It's perfect. He's like, hell yes. Not even a sudden alarm disrupts my Zetsu. My Zetsu is unshakable by any unexpected outside stimulus besides pain. Oh, so he feels like a heavenly figure. He's like, yes, I've done it. I'm so uninterrupted. If I bump into something, I'll lose Zetsu. So he has to physically not bump into something. The real him, has to physically not run into something that'll startle him. So as long as he stays calm, cool, and collected, and unfazed by anything going on around him, and he can pick up objects before other people is touched. This is what I'm picking up so far. Then he's chilling. Really, he can do anything. Using dissociation to reduce my sensitivity to pain was incompatible with Zetsu. That means Zetsu is a technique that erases your presence while heightening all senses. Yeah, it makes you more sensitive. Yeah. Your Highness, I've mastered Zetsu stability. Now all I need is speed. Dear God, I'm so okay. Yeah, so Vantine and Danjin over here and Salkov think that Sarainik's just standing still like a lamp. But the real Sarainik is like, la la la, like head up in the air, la la la, yay, this worked. I'm so grateful for myself. So like self-indulgent, I guess. Thank you, God. And so yeah, they're talking to him like he's standing right there. The two tape markers on the floor. The first prince's guards are demanding we open the door. If we don't respond, they'll force their way inside. Okay, I like how we get some Van Tyne action. Honestly, these three bodyguards right here are my and Theta. I know Theta's not in the room, but those four total. So Theta and these three are my favorite bodyguards of Saraiden. Oh, he taped his feet back into place. Zetsu release. Oh, he's going back to his original position so that he can. Okay, so he can hide it from others. It's released. Leave them until they force their way in. But do as they say. Put all your weapons in one place and surrender. Keep your hands up and don't resist no matter what. Hurry. Yes, sir. Salkov, sir, give me your gun, huh? Ooh. Yeah, that's how we do. Yeah, that was the flashback. I'm about to die. Tell everyone exactly what you saw. Ba bam, ba bam, ba bam. Sorry, it's like, whoa. He's like, damn. He's just looking like, damn. Sucks to suck. You know? All right, whoa. Gun back pocket. I didn't even need to provoke him with this gun. Oh, that's what he was trying to do. I figured he'd rough me up a bit before finishing me off. Well, no, he didn't. Squelch. Sheesh. Well, I knew he hated me. Yeah, he's in a hurry because he has to finish the whole thing and kill the rest of the princes now that he's used the ace up his sleeve. Oh, he thinks SML is the trick up his sleeve. Wait, am I right? Yeah, I'm recording. Okay, good. I was a little worried. My reactions were not there. I thought I was in face cam mode here the whole time. I was like, hell fucking no. All right, we're good. Let me go back to where I was. Yeah, he's in a hurry because he has to finish the whole thing and kill the rest of the princes now that he's used the ace up his sleeve. So he thinks SML is the ace up his sleeve. I mean, there's no way for him not to know about his beast ability and all that. That pisses me off. Spend more time on me, you idiot. Okay, so the people start leaving. I think that's Butch, if I'm not mistaken, walking with Benjamin. I don't know who those guys are. If I continue Zetsu in here, I'll stay dead. Everyone affected sees me with my head blown apart. I love how Togashi purposely did this little outline of his facial features just to look like he has such a stompable face. You know what I mean? These little weird lines going around him. I know it's just facial structure and facial features, or just like chiseled features. But yeah, it does look like a stompable face if I were Benjamin. If I hated him that much, yeah. But my Nen beast uses my aura as fuel. While I'm in Zetsu, it consumes the aura it stored previously. Yeah, which means he can't be in Zetsu forever and ever and ever. Once that's spent, the Nen beast loses its power and this field disappears. They look at them whopping. Bleh, I can't speak. Look at them mopping up the body. How long its battery lasts should be proportional to the time I spent outside of Zetsu. Oh, outside of Zetsu before he entered Zetsu. So if it's like a 20-minute time frame, he's not in Zetsu, he can spend 20 minutes um, in Zetsu screwing around, pretty much. Say the Nen Beast charges with a ratio of 11 to 1. That's what I've been using to balance my training and time spent testing things out. If the Nen Beast started charging when I first noticed the ability, it'll last about another 3 hours and 48 minutes, give or take. Oh, 11 times? Why 11 times? Let me read that again. Say the Nen Beast charges. The accumulated charge is a ratio of 11 to 1. That's what I've been using to balance my training. So he's been using that ratio to test things out of how long he can last in Zetsu. So it's roughly 11 times as long, he says. And if the Nen Beast started charging when I first noticed the ability to last about another 3 hours and 48 minutes, give or take. It's not a good idea to linger in here in Zetsu for too long. In fact, I should bail ASAP. If that idiot realizes my death was fake, Salkov will be interrogated first, at least. Yeah, true. I doubt the order "don't open the casket" would fly during the succession battle. But as long as that idiot thinks he killed me, nobody will try to open the casket either. Yes, wall of text. Once the casket is safely delivered to Dad, he'll understand this is my strategy, maintain neutrality, and refuse to publicly admit to anything. On the other hand, he won't cover for me if any prince tries to verify my death. Yeah, he's staying neutral. After I deactivate the ability, people will be under the impression that I've been executed by that idiot for maybe a few days at most, an hour minimum. I can't afford to waste any time. Okay, so he's thinking, like, okay, well, boom. Like, this is not a drill kind of thing, like, in his mind, because he's like, well, yeah, like, now that the clock has started ticking, I have, like, at least an hour of guaranteed time to do whatever I want. But at the same time, King Nasubi might see his body's a fake, or it might just randomly disappear. But he's a neutral party in all this. If I deactivate, yeah, a few days at most. And okay, he's trying to say, well, damn, well, now that it's here, how long do I got? Still, I have to move carefully. Once I leave the room and reach the limits of the antenna, my ability will be deactivated. If I run into any of my people or those idiots who think I'm dead, I'm done for. Wait, what? I still have to move carefully, and once I leave the room and reach the limits of the antenna, my ability will be deactivated. Yes. If I run into any of my people or those idiots who think I'm dead, oh, anyone else in the room, his guards or Benjamin's guards, then I'm done for. I'll have to anticipate their movements and avoid those routes. Ooh, interesting. Oh, so they are putting it in my body. Oh yeah, I better prepare a will. He's like, oh shit, I'm dead actually. And I can't leave the coffin empty. I guess I can stuff it with some guns. Ooh. Wait, Salkov's still here? The weight of the body, the smell of the blood and guts. How could this be an illusion? And he's just sitting in the desk right over. He's just sitting in the corner over down yonder, writing his will. But still, how we were under the impression Salkov just got immediately taken away to tier two. So they let him put the coffin in the body? Or wait, my head hurts. They let him put the body in the coffin, and then they just took him to tier two. And he's just sitting in the next room over, writing la 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 la. Yeah, take me away. I love that about him. He's just so casually bored as the whole world is like turned to shit. He's just like, mm-hmm. Yeah, dispose of my body. Not turned to shit or anything. Oh shit! I desire no funeral, nor a posthumous naming ceremony, nor a send off. I reject all viewing requests. My sole desire is for an honest, truly unified country. Signed, 4th Prince Cyrenik of the Kakin Empire. Well, he's dead. Danjin's not here no more. They took Danjin away right away, but Salkov had time to put the body in a coffin like he was instructed, read a damn will. Oh, I get what's going on. So yeah, the will is so Cyrenik writing the will is part of the object stuff. Like, it's considered an object that nobody's touched beforehand, which is what he talks about up here. Like, I can still manipulate objects. So it sounds like from this point, when Salkov's reading his will, he left Zetsu so that there would be no body in that coffin right now, but the will would appear. So it's like a trade-off. So by leaving Zetsu, he made the will appear for Salkov to read, and the body's now gone because he wants no one to open it. I reject all viewing requests, and then he entered Zetsu again. I think because after 10 seconds, oh actually no, he could still be in Zetsu after the 10 seconds after he's done writing his will. He could still be in Zetsu and just leave the will on the table. You know what I mean? Anyways, all right, Salkov, Vantine. Look at Vantine, so sad. The reason for no viewings is due to the inclusion of the clause in case he was killed by the first prince. In that case, it was expected that the body would be mangled beyond recognition and the casket will remain closed to preserve the dignity of the deceased. Oh my god. Why is he wearing a mask? He's just opening the casket, messing with this shit. He's like, yeah, this is my stash. I love this. He's like, yeah, this is my stash. Yeah, no one open it. Who boy? Exactly. Who boy? It wouldn't have been pretty if the guys who brought in the casket had stayed. I thought I understood if my hypothesis was wrong, it would be fatal. I hadn't found out yet whether anyone who comes in from outside after the ability activated would be brought under the spell. Better work on that too. Yep. Come on, Saradnik. Figure it out, buddy. Opens it. He gets is also, I guess that's guns. He just stuffs it with guns just so the casket's not super light all of a sudden. But he also is like, yeah, this is gonna be my stash. He just has a duffel bag. He got a hoodie on. He's like, yep, he's going on a camping trip, y'all. He's got stuff prepared. He's going on a flight. He's going on a commercial, going on a commercial flight. Okay, Salkov continues, blah blah blah. He loved his country and chose a difficult path for the benefit of its people. We respect the wishes of the prince and let him go in peace. Ay ay ay. Salkov of all people, child of Beyond, probably his half brother, if Sarainik is also um, a child of Beyond. We respect the wishes of the prince. Let him go in peace. Uh huh. Uh huh. Vantine. Wasn't there something you could have done to save him? If only you had shielded him with your own body. Oh my gosh, Vantine being loyal, things could have gone differently. Isn't that right, Salko? Oh, Vantine having character development. You love to see it. I'm having too much fun tonight. Even though my throat is still sore. I've had a sore throat too all the while, but I pushed through it. You love to see it. Vantine is actually sad about Saradnik. Holy shit, dude. Things could have gone differently. With a shock like that, Benjamin just point blank shooting him, stepping him on his face, and he's gone just like that. If I was as loyal as Vantine, I would be like, "There's no fucking way this is real." You know what I mean? Literally, literally in the grieving process, literally it's not real. I guess that's kind of the joke behind this ability, thinking that someone's dead with an ability like this, and and then someone would very ironically say, "This can't be real." You know, when they're in the middle of grieving and crying. Okay, so Saradnik looks. He's slightly touched by that. Don't be insane. First, Prince Benjamin would just have one less round, and there'd be one more body to deal with. With all due respect, he says, "Who is he? Who is he promoting himself to? This bastard. Where were you when it all went down?" Yeah, Vantine. Oh my god, I saw him use his gun. Oh my god. Careless conduct during martial law is prohibited as it could present the subject to unnecessary danger. Furthermore, the first prince fired his weapon right after entering the room, meaning it was impossible to respond. That's not what I'm saying. What else is there? You just want to pick a fight. Who is he shooting? Who is he shooting? Salcom or Vantine? He's shooting someone? Is he just testing this ability? Wait, before I read, I know Sarainik here just said, I better work on what happens when someone outside of the radius comes inside. Who's he shooting? Who's he shooting? Wait, there's a lot of the way. Wait, there's a lot of stacking. There's a lot of layers I'm seeing right now to this. We need to focus on fulfilling our duty in the royal army. That's what Fourth Prince Reinig want us to do. You sure got over him quickly. I hope you find some other petty official you can kiss up to. And the bullets fall to the ground? There's no fucking way. After this, after Zetsu's undone, would he just go away? What the fuck, dude? And this is when he fires 3 shots, ironically, because that's what King Nasubi said to Halkenberg when Halkenberg was pointing his gun at Nasubi. Was like, good aim, but always fires 3 shots if you're trying to kill somebody. That's exactly what Sarainik did here. Why Vantine? He's just testing out what he can do. Why is he doing this? He's doing this to someone so loyal too. I guess he just hates loyalty. Is that what the meaning behind this is? But obviously the bullets fall to the ground. Um, I need to process this. I haven't scrolled down at all. Knock it off. We permitted talking about the will only. I'll arrest you all for sedition. Shut up. My hand has been like this the whole time. Okay, I'm sorry. That's so weird then. So, what happens if Zetsu's undone? What really happened in Sarainik's world ends up really happening for sure. So, Vantine's gonna be dead any minute now, however long this lasts. Sarainik shot Vantine? Ain't nobody safe around him. That's for damn sure. Ain't nobody safe in this bit. Um, I'm writing this down. Vantine, of all people, taking center stage. All right, let me scroll down. Disgraceful Captain Vantine. Want to switch with Salkov. Why is it disgraceful? Theta! We've checked everyone in room 1004. They all matched the roster. Good, get over here. Theta, my girl is back! Yes! My second favorite bodyguard. Watch her die in the very next page. I swear to fucking God. No way, dude. Why is this a disgrace for why is this disgraceful? I need to understand this part. Is it because he's loyal that he's disgraceful, or does he just thinks anyone who doesn't know anything about Nen, he finds that disgraceful? I'm confused. So he's like, yeah, you wanna you wanna see what I see? You wanna be in Salkov's place? What's Theta gonna do? You are permitted to move freely within room 1004 only. All firearms and items designated as dangerous instruments will be confiscated. If the entrance door opens from the inside without a signal knock, it will be regarded as an attack and a mop up operation will commence. Oh shit. What is a mop up operation? I don't know what that means. Oh, there's Theta. Respecting the fourth prince's wishes, his body will remain here until 6 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, Sarainik's tattoo artist is here. And the wake will serve to replace the funeral. Oh, they're having a. In accordance to the will, the transfer of the coffin will be done by Salkov only. Wait. So the coffin's staying there till 6 a.m. tomorrow, day 13. We're still on day 12, by the way. All this shit's happening day 12. We've been on day 12 for the past 2 years of the voyage, out of a whole month and a half. There's a whole month and a half left to go. The wake, so I guess the the little will serve to replace the funeral. So they're gonna have a wake in room 1004. They're gonna have like a funeral They're gonna have a little gathering with like hors d'oeuvres and stuff passed around. What the fuck? The transfer of the coffin will be done by Salkov only. The restrictions mean I can't steal hats or clothes off the royal army either. I'll have to hide my face and bust my way out. Yeah, he can't take anything out of the soldiers or any off the persons. Anything out of them. I'll have to hide my face and bust my way out. If anyone sees my face out there, they'll check the casket. Yeah, true. He has to keep that casket closed. I'll have to make it look like some random thug went rogue and escaped. Okay, so he's getting all thugged out. I see why he changed his clothes and everything with a duffel bag. Okay, picked up a gun out of his arsenal, so to speak. Cocked it. Ready. What the fuck is this, dude? This is Wait, just stop. This is what I like to see in villains because not only is his appearance change all the way fucked up, but I like how the villains are actually getting off of their asses. You know what I mean? Like this dude's getting off his ass. He put this whole disguise on. He got all these things ready. He's going off the grid. You know what I mean? He's going off the grid. He's just going full incognito, full rogue. I don't know. I don't know any other words in my vocabulary. This is like, yes, like the main villain is ready to step out of this fucking room after what is it, 10 years this arc has been out. Love that. I just love that. All right, let's read. The Royal Army will take the confiscated weapons to the Central Justice Bureau on Tier 2. That bird brain is probably on his way there to make it the seat of his military and political power. Okay, he knows what he's up to. There's no going back now that martial law has been declared. He'll press on until the rest of the princes are killed. Ben's just like guns blazing. Oh, excuse me. He killed me quickly without much provocation, so he must be short on time. For some reason. Okay, so he doesn't know about TSK-17. I was going to say he's wearing this mask as if he already knows about TSK-17, but now he's saying he must be short on time for whatever reason. So he doesn't know about TSK or Camilla's curses for that. He doesn't know about either of them. Camilla's Nen suicide bombers, have-nots. That's what it's called. He'll take the shortest route to Tier 2. Okay, we got diagram. Look at this. This is Saridnik. Just has the black glasses and a hoodie and a mask on. Okay, so he's like, okay, how do we get out? What's the fastest way out of Tier 1? Is probably what this is. Usually when we move below Tier 2, we can use passages A, B, or C. Soldiers and mafia heads use B. Oh, soldiers and mafia heads use B, so that's where Zhang Li went. And maybe whatever the hell happened to Loserus. But Zhang Li definitely went through Route B, bus Route B for all my zombies, all my Call of Duty Zombies reference. Only true fans know what that means. Use B. Royals and VVIPs use A, so that's probably how Benjamin went. General passengers use C. The only way for general passengers to enter the Justice Bureau is through the central entrance on Tier 3. Right, but Royals and VVIPs have a separate entrance on Tier 2. Really? They have a separate entrance on Tier 2. Okay. Okay, I get it. There are separate entrances and passages for Royals for all public facilities, and it's designed so that A is the shortest route. Oh, I see. Okay. Entrance A is the ideal way for the military to secretly take over the Justice Bureau, but considering what must be done after declaring martial law, it's definitely faster to move a big group through C towards the central entrance and proceed from there. I'm sure that Birdbrain is heading to Tier 3 with his men in the Royal Army through Route C right now. Why on earth would he think he's going to tier 3 after he just said Birdbrain is probably on his way there to tier 2 to consolidate the 3 branches of government, which we know is happening. But why at the end of this sentence he says, I'm sure that big Birdbrain is heading to tier 3 with his men in the Royal Army through Route C right now. So he's not going to tier 2? I don't know. Here he's saying he's going to tier 3 just before he said he's going to tier 2. I need some clarification on that. But I get what he's saying. Like he wants it doesn't have to be just Benjamin, but he wants like the general public to know that martial law has been declared and to see soldiers walking through the hallways so that they obey. So like he wants a big chunk of people going through Route C where the general passengers are so that they can be like, yeah. So Route C is where like Cleopatra, for example, went from tier 2 to go see Beyond. So Cleopatra took Route C to go up to tier 1. And I'm pretty sure like if it says soldiers and mafia heads use Route B, then Route B is when like Gipper and Borkson were changing between tier 1 and 3. So that's where Gipper and Borkson went and how they got to tier 1 and off tier 1. Route A is just for, what did it say here? Royals and VVIPs, yeah. So even though Route A is for Royals, Benjamin, or Thyridnik thinks Benjamin's coming through Route C anyways, just to, make his presence known. All right, let's read. This is probably the last page. Route B will have quite a bit of firepower deployed to wipe out the Mafia. Char and GU heads are probably detained already. Yes, they are. No, yeah, learning that he's a benefactor. Yeah. He knows the Mafia situation. Yeah, because it says B is for... Just catching myself up. B is for soldiers and Mafia. All right, so Route B will have a bit of firepower deployed to wipe out the Mafia. Char and GU heads are probably detained already. And the Mafia exclusive back routes will be closed. That's the route the Royal Army is most wary of. Oh, so the Royal Army is wary of the giant staircase where Finks and Phaeton are going to. So it's not like a super secret, nobody knows about it stairway. They know that there's Mafia exclusive routes. So I'm only left with Route A. Okay, so he's going to Route A. He's getting off tier 1, is what's happening. Theta don't. Wait, what? Don't what? If the prince, it was in the prince's will. If you break it, that'll be your second time. Oh shit, he's gonna open the casket? I advise against it, Theta. Oh, he's speaking. I advise against it, Theta. The only thing you'll see while the ability is activated is my guts. Can she see me? No, that's not possible. Huh? What? She just looked. She just looked right his way. What? What? How the fuck can she? Does she? What? I have two theories off the top of my head. Hold on. Okay, so Theta don't up there at the top means don't open the casket. It was in the prince's will. If you break it, that'll be your second time. I advise against it, Theta dear. The only thing you'll see while the ability is activated is my guts. But he's shocked. He sees her. I mean, she sees him. They both see each other. Oh, this is not the last page. She can see me? Wait, I have two theories. I need to get this off my chest. Theory one, Theta's own Nen ability is somehow... She used her own Nen ability. I know she's a Nen user. We don't know her Nen ability. So that would be a great time to announce it, what it is. Her own Nen ability is somehow immune now that she knows what's going on, and she can, prepare and set up conditions to be immune from the illusion. Or that was my first theory. Second theory, what was my second theory? Oh shit. I think my second theory was around sometime with the rules about the whole antenna radius. Because oh shit, where was it? I was like, maybe Theta was out of range. Like this, like Theta was out of range and entered into the room, because that's what Sarainik just thought about here. Was like, if anyone sees my, yeah, I'll have to make. Yeah, wait, where did he say it? Yeah, he was like, I haven't figured out how so many from the outside coming in would see my ability. So like, either Theta was out of range, if this antenna theory is true still, which is still speculation. But if Sarainik is seeing actual, what's it called? Seeing actual static when he walks away too far, then yeah. But how? And I love it too. It's like all these the bubbles. It's like when Merwin remembered Komugi's name, and I mean that was a different imagery, but there was like bubbles and circular imagery of some sort. I know the Merwin spread page, when you remember Komugi, had like picture frames of like paintings and shit, but it had circles in there too, if I'm not mistaken. And this is like a love at first sight. This is like a love story that may or may not be unfolding too because of this imagery. What the fuck? She can see me? Oh, no. No, it's not possible. And she walks away. Oh, yeah, I thought so. She's just sad. That made me nervous for a second, Theta dear. You might be the only one who could sweep me off my Zetsu. Oh! Don't kill her just because Sarainik is in love with her? That's the way she gets me off Zetsu? No fucking way! No fucking way! This is complicated. You might be the only one who could sweep me off my feet with Zetsu. Sarainik was blushing. Just because Theta just happened by mistake to look her way. Oh, look, I'm a masochist after all. Getting the cold shoulder is kind of hot. Oh my god. Better get going. Time to start this escape adventure. First things first. Where the fuck is he going now? He clearly has a range. But he has to get off of tier 1. Time to start this escape adventure. I thought he was about to kill Theta right here, right now, because he was like, oh, you might be the only one who could sweep me off my Zetsu. And that's the chapter. What is he opening? Probably the room to 1014. Actually, no, Benjamin busted down the door. Benjamin kicked the door down. Did they put another door in place? Well, whatever. So at least we know Cyranic's finally leaving 1004. Starting now. Thank God. But no fucking way, dude. So Theta is his weakness. It's his weakness. It's the one person he doesn't want to kill. At least we know when he shot Vantine. I know, like, yeah, gun in his hand at all times. You know what I'm saying? But like, I like how this chapter we actually see him use the gun, which just goes to show how he, you know, just goes to show he's not afraid to use the gun. Like, a lot of characters have guns on them, but rarely ever use them, or they ever you ever see them be used, especially in like any show or any movie where there's a bunch of guns around and it's just there for pointing or plot device or just to threaten someone to do something for plot's sake. But no, he uses it. So Vanton is gonna die, guaranteed, by the end of this Zetsu period, at least. Because think about it, if Sarainik released a Zetsu in that moment here when Theta just happened to look his way, Vanton would have just died on the spot. Wow. Yeah, that is kind of scary. Imagine seeing this animated. Sarainik shooting Vantine and just the bullets. Like that. Like, that's scary to me. I don't know why. Like, knowing that he's gonna die now, and then the bullets just clang to the floor, knowing that it's bound to happen now. Oh, that just fucks with your head, you know what I mean? I also have another question about Salkov. He got to not only last chapter, let me just go to last chapter. We literally hear Benjamin say Salkov and Danji will be handed over to the Justice Bureau and held there. So we all thought Salkov just up and just like, yeah, I killed him, get up, leave right now. But apparently he had all this time to pack the body in the coffin. Wherever the hell this happens, come on. Yeah. How can this be an illusion? Pack the body in a coffin, say a whole ass speech, which means Benjamin has to be in here in the room somewhere. Because Benjamin was clearly there with Salkov walking away with Salkov. So Salkov has to be in the room. I mean, Benjamin has to be in the room. Whew. There's still a possibility that Theta's Nen ability, whatever it ends up being, has some weird way of seeing through Tsuradnik's illusion, and then Theta just kept walking off to play it off like nothing happened, just to hide that fact. You know what I mean? Just to hide that, just for Theta to play dumb, pretty much. And then Theta probably just played it off. I mean, we know Tsuradnik can't go far either, because he can't leave the ship, so he has to stay on the ship. So he's taking Route A, I believe. The Tier 1 exits, Route A. Is that what he said? Yeah, I'm left with A. Okay. So he's waiting for. Oh, I get why he's leaving. Okay. I know, like, Zetsu's going to be broken, or the ability's going to end. The coffin's going to be closed. I get that. So as long as that coffin stays closed, then she's pretty much fine. But as soon as he leaves the antenna radius, then he's truly on the run. You know what I mean? Until he enters Zetsu again, which he could easily do. But then again, if he's going down to tier 2, any of the Nen users, any single Nen user, whether it's Mizai Stomp, Botobai, whoever's in tier 2 right now by chapter 410, because that's the most recent up-to-date thing. If just one person with Nen sees Tsuradnik out of Zetsu, they're gonna see two big ass fucking monster Nen beasts walk through the hallways, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's Tsuradnik." So any one of the Nen users could catch Tsuradnik in the act, in his escape. Wow, getting the cold shoulder is kind of hot. You can't. That's something else. Damn, dude, this was a good chapter. I thought, I like how the beginning of this chapter, it's like it's not at all how the chapter ended either. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, I can't touch this. I've learned a couple rules by then. Everything's still cool. The tape on the floor. The whole water bottle scene, like, it's good progression. I like how things are progressing this chapter and this whole batch. This is probably like the best batch of chapters. Like, there's build up. Like, everything before was build up. It was good build up, but this is like payoff and a little bit of more build up while things are being paid off. Like with martial law and Tsuradnik's ability and Halkenberg. You know what I mean? Oh, this is so good. All right, yeah, tomorrow I need to update my little Google Doc. Because remember I used to have a little piece of paper here where I'll write down everything that happened on day 12? I transferred that into a Google Doc to make it easier, so I need to update that Google Doc. Actually, I might be able to pull it up right now and find it. Let's do that real quick. I'm just going to put my face back here while I find the Google Doc. Because that, yes, Google Docs. Where was it? Where did I put that sheet? I think it was under my other Gmail. Yeah. Okay, day 12. So this is when martial law is declared, blah, blah, blah. Benjamin gets... Oh, yeah, you can't see my screen. So this is just day 10 through 12. So this is, I just wrote down notes of things that I know happened on day 10, but there's no timestamp. And then all the ones actually had an actual timestamp in the manga. So day 11 was just, Halkenberg got, body swapped with Alsamoko, pretty much. But yeah, day 12, Nobunaga and Hinrai infiltrate the hideout. Yokotani kicks them out, but not before Hinrai plants his 2-hour tracker. Yeah. And then the tracker expires a couple hours later when Halkenberg's funeral begins. Martial law is declared. Okay, so yeah. While so 5 minutes before is when Kanjidal goes on his killing spree and fights Ridge. Kanjidal loses. So as soon as it's declared, Benjamin confronts Camilla, kills Fukutaki, infects Camilla GSK, Maswana kills herself, does an end curse. Losers and Rice are suddenly nowhere to be found, possibly in the lower tiers. Benjamin kills Saraynik, takes Salkov to custody in Tier 2 as a witness, and this is where I'm going to add extra stuff too. So, what do I even write? the whole water bottle scene I can't really do. I mean, that's not really worth writing down. What do I say? Like Saraynik gets in his ghillie suit. Packs up during Zetsu. Oops. To leave Tier 1 body, fake body in coffin. Oh yeah. Saraynik shoots Vantine during Zetsu. Destined to die when Zetsu is over now. Poor Vantine. Veda sees question mark. Saraynik, and he almost loses Zetsu. Fake body coffin via route. What did he call it? Was it a route? What did he call it when he was talking about how to leave Tier 1? Passages. Okay, passage A. Via passage A, meant for royals and VVIP. Crazy. That's some craziness. That does bring it up another point. What is Saraynik gonna actually do when he's on this escape adventure? Is he gonna kill the other princes? Why is he leaving Tier 2? Is he gonna go kill Benjamin because he knows Benjamin's gonna go to Tier 2? Like, what is he leaving the room for? Probably to kill Benjamin for real, if I had to guess. The way he shot Vantine, knowing that Vantine's destined to die. Because if Saraynik pulls 3 bullets out on Benjamin's head, then Benjamin is gonna not only have the Maswana's Nen curse and TSK 17 destined to kill him, but also the 3 bullets from Saraynik in his head, just waiting to take effect. You know what I mean? Wow. What a actually crazy chapter. This was probably my second favorite chapter of this batch. My first favorite being last chapter, actually, chapter 4, 6, or 17, when Benjamin, counts all the princes in his mind. Does like a little recap of everyone. especially this. Don't get me started on this Fugetsu panel. Where is she? Yeah, don't get me started on this Fugetsu panel. But yeah, this is probably my favorite chapter. For 17 was. This is for 18 is probably my second favorite, and for 13 about Furykov's betrayal, well, loyalty disguised as betrayal, is my third favorite. And I love this panel too so much. I've been infected. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing. Oh my gosh, guys. Please tell me what you think. Let's hear it in the comments. Be sure to like the video too. But guys, this is crazy. We love our girl Theta. We love our girl Saridnik. Or Guy. Sorry, Saridnik. I don't know. Should I do this? Should that be the thumbnail for this live stream? I kind of like this one more. Saridnik's face here. With his hands through his hair. Maybe I'll decide. I'll see which one I like more. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for enjoying this live stream. Let me get that. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is a good chapter, second favorite chapter. But yeah, let's keep nerding out about it. I need to go watch all the other videos other people have made and actually click on the thumbnails instead of getting. I already knew we were gonna get a Saridnik catch up of some kind. Because Saridnik was the color page in chapter 411, so I knew we were gonna get Saridnik eventually. Um, but yeah, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you coming, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace.